should be pretty good. The ice looks relatively thick enough, but I gotta get all the way down there and around the corner there. So I don't know how much the drone picked up, but as you guys can tell behind me, there's some dark ice and then there's some lighter colored ice. Now the light colored ice behind me, all here, is good. 4 inches, good to go. But all this kind of dark ice, here's a better representation. All this dark ice is about 2. And what I really wanted to do was go around that corner and fish about like right here. Can't do that anymore just because the ice is definitely not safe enough. So what I'm gonna have to do is fish a spot I don't normally fish just because it's pretty shallow for this pond. This pond has like a 50-foot hole in it, and I really like to fish that 20-foot range. But out there in the middle, I think is gonna be my deepest spot that has this thicker, lighter colored ice. Enough talking, let's get out there and start drilling some holes. So the tip-ups I'm gonna be using today are these Fraybill insulated tip-ups. Now in New Hampshire, you're allowed 6 lines per person. So I'm gonna have 5 tip-ups, and then I'm gonna be jigging in my bob house with the underwater camera, hopefully. If not the underwater camera, then at least my Garmin. Now I know this water is pretty clear, but it's cloudy out and there's cloudy ice, so I don't know if 20 feet down I'll be able to see with the underwater camera that well. But all I have on my tip-ups is just a J-hook with a split shot, and then I'm gonna be hooking these shiners in the back. Alright, so what I'm gonna do to make sure that my shiners are down at the depth that I want to, then I'm gonna bring my Garmin to every hole. And I'm going to be hooking the shiners right in the back. I want this presentation to be horizontal. I don't want the bait to be vertical like that, and I don't want the bait to be down like that. I want the bait to be as horizontal in the water as possible. And we're just going to send this down to about 20 feet, 21 feet. I just wanted a couple feet off the bottom. Alright, perfect. I'll reel it up a little bit as I bring it down. Alright, so that's how I'm going to set up all my tip-ups. I just have to repeat that 4 more times. Alright, so everything is all set up. Got the bob house all set up. I got 5 of my tip-ups. All I have to do now is get in my bob house and start jigging with the underwater camera. No way. No. No. I bet we were gonna be able to see a lot with the underwater camera, but my underwater camera broke. Look at that. That tiny, tiny little scratch messed up the entire screen. No way, my underwater camera is toast. I bet I was gonna be able to see everything. I guess the Garmin Striker 4 it is then. Alright, so I'm just gonna see what's in the area. I'm gonna start off with this little rattle bait here. This little rattle bait, I think it's called like a Jigging Rap. It's from Rapala. And I'm just gonna send it down to 20 feet. And then if I can't get anything to commit on this rattle bait pretty quickly, I'm either gonna switch over to the worm or a shiner. Looks like there's something tiny underneath me, but it's just making flag. Yes, and it's spinning. That is what I'm talking about. Hopefully I don't mess this up. The first flag today. It's been screaming out line ever since I saw it. Ooh, he's gonna spool me eventually. Got him. Heavy. 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 Real heavy. Like doesn't know he's hooked heavy. No! I need to set the hook harder or something. I can't believe I just messed that up. That was completely my fault. Heavy, heavy fish right there. Man, I thought I got a good hook in him. I really did. Oh, he was right there too. Oh. That could be why. This is my only tip up that has this small of a hook. Oh, and of course that heavy fish hit this one, man. No way. Line's not frayed. Oh, man. You know what? It was just a weed. It was just a weed. It wasn't a fish. Well, that could be it for... That might be my only flag today. Well, that's cool. My Garmin just died as well. And my backup battery is all the way at the truck. And once I grab my backup battery and sit back in the bob house for a little bit and jig, and if I don't get another bite soon, I'm gonna stick and move a little bit. I'm gonna put my Garmin in my auger in my jet sled and just drill holes, jig for a couple minutes, dig another hole. It's charged. I believe it is. Yep. Nice and charged. Look at that. 12 volts. Alright. So I grabbed the smallest minnow out of the bucket. And I'm just going to go right behind the head here. Make sure I take off any scales. Alright, now let's try a shiner down at 20 feet. But as you guys can tell, I got my minnow like right at that 20-foot range, about 1.5 feet up off the bottom, according to my Garmin. But if I don't get bit here in the next probably 15-20 minutes, then what I'm going to do is take my auger and my Garmin and just hole hop and see if I can just catch a couple fish. Dang. He's swimming all the way up to 15 feet. 10 feet. Says he's right underneath the hole. Yes. Alright, so second flag for me today. Not sure if anything is on this one. Feels like absolutely nothing. Okay, so the only flags for me that have gone off are those two far ones. So I think what I'm gonna do is drill more holes out past those two back tip-ups I have right there and see where really that drop-off is, because I've been here a couple times before, like I said, so I know it's actually pretty shallow against that bank. So I think if I can find that drop-off from where it goes, I don't know, from like 13 to 20 feet, I might be looking pretty good. But again, I might not know what I'm talking about. Ice is even thicker over here. There's already something coming up to meet it down there. Ooh, hopefully we catch him. That'll be cool. Man, that was cool. As soon as I dropped down there, something came up from the top. Maybe I'll get lucky. Alright, so that is it for this evening, and not the best day. I had 0 fish, missed that one big one. The fortunate thing though is I did see a few fish in the area I was fishing today. I've never actually fished this area of the lake or pond, and so far this ice fishing season has been super slow. The most fish I've caught so far in one day is 2. I wasn't going to upload this video originally because I didn't catch any fish. I just want to show you guys that I am out here, I am trying, just not going my way so far this ice fishing season. Since I broke that underwater camera, and I absolutely love how the underwater camera works, I think I might stop by Bass Pro Shops, maybe if not this week or next week, and pick up an aqua view. But in my unprofessional opinion, it's just a matter of time before I get on some fish this ice fishing season. I think just because the weather we've had so far, where we've had safe ice and then it's been completely open, then we've had safe ice, then it's been partially open again. I think kind of like the freezing and thawing has really kind of put the fish in a funk. Or I'm just making excuses. I come out with videos every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Peace.